Hi friends, welcome to DTK Food and Travels. Please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Today we're going to be making Kottayam style fish curry, but with a twist. We'll show you what the twist is in just a few minutes. For this recipe, we're using about 3 to 4 trouts. Just cut it into pieces and cleaned it. And then you want to go ahead and heat a pot. Put about a tablespoon of coconut or olive oil in it. Then put 1 teaspoon of fenugreek seeds, half a teaspoon of mustard seeds, and after those pop, start adding your other ingredients. So we have about 8 to 10 slices of garlic, 2-inch ginger that's cut into small pieces, and 1 small red onion and 2 green chilies. And curry, we're using 2 curry leaves that we're going to put in, but you can use more or less as you prefer. Then you want to go ahead and then just saute it. And we are going to be adding some salt to this in a few seconds. That'll help the onions wilt faster. So this is wilted now. So we're gonna start adding the spices. For about the 3 to 4 fishes, we used half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, 2 teaspoons of Kashmiri chili powder, and you want to go ahead and just stir it for about half a minute just to get the raw taste out. One thing I did forget to mention is we did put about 4 pieces of Malabar tamarind in warm water for about 15 minutes. So you want to go ahead and soak that to get the flavor out of the Malabar tamarind. We're just going to stir this around for about half a minute or so. And then this is our secret ingredient, the one that's giving this a twist. It's a half a cup of pureed tomato. And this is fresh tomato that we mixed up in the blender. You want to go ahead and add it at this point. And you want to cook this, and when the oil rises to the top like this right now, you see the oil on top, this is when you want to add the tamarind water. So we did add 2 pieces of tamarind to this, but when we tasted it, it was really sour. So we did go ahead and end up removing the tamarind. So the tomato that we had used was really sour. Plus the soaking the tamarind for 15 minutes made it really sour. So we did not have to leave any tamarind in the gravy at all. So you want to go ahead and increase the heat to high and let it come to a boil. But while we're waiting for it to boil, I gathered up some mint so we can have it for our afternoon tea. Still, the roses are there, a few roses. All my wada mullas are dead. Hopefully, it'll come back in the fall. So it's beginning to boil. So we lowered the heat just so the gravy won't splash all over the hand and burn my husband's hand. So after we put it all in, we're going to increase the heat to medium and cook it covered for about 20 minutes. We're doing that because we're using a clay pot. So if you're using a stainless steel or any other type of pot, you probably only have to boil for 10-15 minutes. And you want to add enough water in there to cover the fish. So when you add the water, after all the spices are blended and sauteed really well, you just want to estimate about how much gravy you want and just add enough to cover the fish. Now we're going to go ahead and cover it and cook it for 20 minutes. And then once it's cooked, we'll uncover and cook it for another 5 to 10 minutes. It's almost done. We'll just leave it there for another 5 to 10 minutes. So it's come out just perfect, and this was so tasty. And we have made Kottayam style fish curry on this channel before, but that was another fish we used. So this time we decided to use trout and do it with a little twist. And this was just perfect. Like I said, it was really nice and sour and tasted really good. And once it's done, you want to go ahead and turn the stove off and just swirl it. You never want to try to stir a fish curry because the flesh is so breakable. You'll just get mush if you do that. So you just swirl it around for all the gravy to mix, and it's ready. Thank you for watching. Hope all of you will try this out, and the full recipe will be in the description. One thing I forgot to mention is since we did add the tomato puree to it, make sure you put it in the fridge. Usually with fish curries, you can leave it out for a day or so, but because of the tomato puree in there, just make sure you refrigerate it the same day.